Okay, quiz 2. Let's see how we did. Use the prefix to express the measurement 1 times 10 to the 6th. Okay, times 10 to the 6th. 10 to the 6th is mega, so we'll put a mega there. 1 times 10 to the negative 3, that's millimeter. 1 times 10 to the negative 9, that's nanometer. And 1 times 10 to the negative 6 is micrometer. 1 times 10 to the positive 3, that's kilometer or kilometer. And 1 times 10 to the negative 2, that's going to give me a centimeter. Now we need to expand and go backwards. 1 micrometer, micro is to the negative 6. Hecto, 1 hectometer, that's to the positive 2. Picometer, pico is times 10 to the negative 12. And so kilometer, that's 1 times 10 to the positive 3. Giga, giga is going to be to the positive 9. 1 times 10 to the positive 9. And then nanometer is going to be 1 times 10 to the negative 9. So that's just memorization. How well you know the metric system. Do you understand how to go from from expanding it to the prefix? Real important stuff. Make sure you know how to do it. So 3.58 picometers, and we want to find out how many centimeters that is. So 3.58 picometers, and then there are 1 times 10 to the negative 12 meters in 1 picometer. And we want to go to centimeters, and there are 100 centimeters in a meter. And so 1 times 10 to the positive 2. 1 times 10 to the positive 12 times 10 to the positive 2. That's going to give us to the negative 10. So 3.58 times 10 to the negative 10. And then that's going to have units of centimeters. Notice I didn't have to put my unit here because the unit is there. I wouldn't put a unit here because the unit is already listed there in the problem. So 2.38 times 10 to the 6th. 10 to the 6th, and that's micrometers. And so there are 1 times 10 to the negative 6 meters in 1 micrometer. And so we want to go to centimeters. So again, there are 100, 1 times 10 to the 2 centimeters in a meter. So we have 2.38 to the positive 6, and this is to the negative 6. Well, that just kind of cancels that out, because when you multiply, you add exponents, and this goes to the 2. So 2.38 times 10 to the 2 centimeters. That's going to be our answer. See, I'm hoping that you're finding this easy. 6.159. There's that 5 looking like a 6 again. 6.159 times 10 to the 2. And that's kilometers, and we have to go to megameters. Okay, so there's 1,000 meters in a kilometer. Okay, now mega, that's a million. So there are 1 million, or 1 times 10 to the 6 meters in 1 megameter. So I have a 1 to the 3rd and a times 10 to the 2nd. So I have 1 times 10 to the 5th in the numerator, 1 times 10 to the 6th in the denominator. So that's going to give me to the negative 1. So that's going to be 6.159 times 10 to the negative 1 power for megameters. Now, here we go, 8.31 centimeters. 8.31 centimeters. And we're going to go to millimeters. Now, you might say, well, why do I have to go all the way to meters and then convert and then go all the way to centimeters. Well, you don't have to. Just because you see that me solve a problem this way doesn't mean that there isn't other ways to solve the problem. You can solve the problem however you want. Like if you knew that there were 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter, go ahead and use it. 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter, this is a one-step problem. You just cross that out, 8.31 times 10. So it's going to be 8.31 times 10 to the 1 millimeters. And just bam, you're done. You don't have to do it the other way. There are more than one ways to solve problems. The way you see me solve problems is a way that you can get to the answer. You need to work out a way or a method to solve problems so that you can always know with confidence that you're getting the right answer. If you don't take ownership of a problem, if you don't say, well, I know these conversions are correct, if you don't do that, it's going to be very difficult for you to solve problems. However, when you have that confidence, when you've studied the metric system and you say, oh, well, I know these conversions work, or, if you don't want to memorize them, fine. Write them out off to the side of the, write them off on the side. Put them in a chart. Look them up. But to do the problems effectively on a test, you will need to have memorized the metric system. So please, work hard at memorizing this metric system. 7.8 times 10 to the 14th centimeters. 7.8 times 10 to the 14th and centimeters. Well, there's 100 centimeters in a meter. And then there are 1 times 10 to the 12th meters in 1 terameter. So we have a 1 times 10 to the 2 in the denominator and a 1 times 10 to the 12 in the denominator. That's going to be a 1 times 10 to the 14 in the denominator. To the 14th in the numerator and to the 14th in the denominator, well, that's going to cross out and give us 7.8. 7.8 terameters. I hope you did well. If you don't mind, I would really appreciate it if you would just go back and review that metric system. Learn those values. It will be very helpful for you. So memorize that. I don't like it that you do have to memorize some things, but I will keep it down to a minimum. The things that I tell you to memorize are not things just to waste time. Learn the metric system and know how to use it. Set up the brackets. Remember, the brackets are nothing more than the question for soda. And we'll get more into these types of problems when we do conversions. So keep up the good work and do well.